Yo, what's up, y'all? What is going on? Alright, we're not going to blast this music too loud, but we want to be able to hear it whenever I'm not talking. Okay, so the goal is what we're doing here. We're playing Animal Crossing, and we are building the ultimate Dungeons and Dragons themed island. I've started some stuff, and so what I'm gonna do is I'll give you guys like a tour of where we are, and let's get a little bit of audio, just a little bit. We don't want it to be overriding us, and so I'll give you a tour of like what I've done so far and show you what we're going to focus on today, which is going to be the mushroom enchanted forest. So right now I've flattened my entire island and I've started just kind of slowly rebuilding and getting rid of the villagers that I don't like in hopes to like fill it up with like cooler dudes eventually. And so let's see. Yeah, I think everybody's asleep right now, so I don't think anybody's going to hop on and game with us. I forgot I'm looking at my other my other camera, so I should actually just take this guy down because we don't need him today. Get rid of my Sony. We're not going to be using that guy right now. I forgot I'm using my my computer's monitor because it's a little bit more consistent. And so we're going to do a quick little tour, and I'll show you where I'm at right now. But ideally, we get at least started on the Enchanted Forest because it's going to take a long time to do the pathing, and then we're going to drop some trees down and like all of like the weird mushroom stuff. So logging on, I did a little bit this morning, but I didn't get any of my stuff, like my daily chores. So I'm going to do that as we're rolling through this. And I've got like some random music playing in the background, so if it doesn't match, we might just kind of like womp womp, get rid of that. But right now we're gonna test. Oh, see, now you guys are gonna see how bad I am at gaming. We're gonna test each of these rocks because we need our money stone. All right. If you, I don't know if you guys know, if you like put the little holes behind you, you can basically prevent yourself from messing this up, and you can get all of the hits before the timer runs out on each rock. And apparently that gave me a daily reward. But we're going to focus more on getting the actual island built than we are doing the daily chores, because that kind of stuff I can do offline or whatever. But I'm always open to suggestions. What villagers do I need in my town to make this work? And so let's head over here. This is what I built off stream before I like realized that I wanted to share this with people. So every D&D adventure has some sort of, like a farmer who needs help, and he'll give you he's like a quest giver, an NPC. And so I have my town located over here, and I'm still getting used to my new layout because I redid everything. I flattened everything out, and now I'm redoing it. So here's my town. I'm going to get rid of this arch. It doesn't go here. But I've got everything up and elevated up here, and I'm going to get as many of these cannons as I can to make it look like it's a defensive position. And then the path out the back is going to lead to the farm. And so I've got like the little gate set up. I need to fix this. I messed that up on accident. I've got Cephalobot here. He's going to stay because he's like a weird robot monster, and it kind of fits the theme. Coming over the bridge. I've got all of my islanders. They're all living on the beach right now until I can solidify where I want to put everybody. And once I get all like the pathing done and the terraforming, then I'll move them into their spots specifically. But so here's my little farm area, and he's going to be my NPC. It's a dog. So here's who I have on my island so far. I love this little dog. His name's Walker. I think he fits the theme. And I've got a tiger. He'll live in the haunted forest. I've got Cephalobot. He's going to live on the ocean side. Like he's going to, just kind of possess one of the beach peninsulas. I've got this little fawn dude. He's a goat. He's going to live in the enchanted mushroom forest. And I'm also going to put a bunch of gnomes all over the place because they're going to live there too. The wolf I'm going to keep. He's going to live in the haunted forest. I'm going to get rid of these cows. I'm keeping the bird and the chicken because they already have the night theme. They've got the helmet, but I'm going to get rid of this bird for sure. And so slowly we'll put people into the campsite using the little whatever amiibo cards is the word I'm looking for. And then from there we'll fill everything out. So that's the goal. Hey, I see somebody's in viewing. Very cool. Awesome. So you must be up really, really early in the morning where you live because it's midday where I am. So I know it's like not a very convenient time for you. So yeah. So what I want to do is have the back of the town lead up to this little NPC forest guy, and then I'm gonna take the walls down right here and have it connect to the haunted forest. I think this should live back here. And we'll tuck this into the back, and then we'll have the pathing lead straight into this mushroom enchanted forest. So I've got a bunch of mushrooms that I've collected over time, and I've got this pathing. I'm not like super happy with it. It might not be what we need, but let's at least get started with it and then see how it looks. And then we're going to drop down all the mushrooms. Then we're going to move the fawn goat guy into the town, and then that's where he'll live. All right, yeah, there's the dog that lives at the farm. Okay, and I went and downloaded some forest pathing, and I don't know, like none of this I'm really happy with, but I feel like this might be the best for this area, and so we're just gonna try to path it out. It adds like a really weird texture to the ground, and I kind of like that. And then once we add all the mushrooms in, they're gonna stand out like 3D, and it's gonna look really cool. So I'm not sure how much of this I want to be mushroomy pathing. So what I'm thinking is we spread it all the way over here, straight beeline over to the castle, which isn't built yet. I've got some of the pieces to it. Just give you an idea of where we're at, but like I don't have the walls done yet, so we'll build that up slowly because it's really expensive. So yeah, we're just gonna path straight over here, and I'm gonna leave, I think, maybe 1, 2, 3 lanes open because we'll do a different path for that. So I'll just let's see, is this 1, 2, 3? Okay, let's go 3 lanes here, and yeah, we'll just fill everything around it. And so that's 1, 2. Okay, so we'll need to move this for now. Yeah, I'm not a terraforming master. This is not something I am very good at, but we're gonna get there. And it's when this is done, I think it's gonna be so cool looking. And of course, I'm just gonna erase all of my work, everything that I've done. And the thing is, with the green underneath, it doesn't really fit the season of mushrooms, but yeah, I'm not gonna mess with the clock too much. Whenever I set up like the dream island, like the finalized version for people to come visit in their dreams, it will be set in like the fall, like sometime in November. So that way, like everything's brownish, and it'll like match the theme. Even the haunted forest will look cool too for that. All right. So I think like with this pathing, it kind of gives it like a texture, something that, like breaks up the monotony of like the normal green triangles. And when we start like adding some of the mushroom features, I think it'll look a little bit better. Yeah, I would be really surprised if people like come in and watch. Thanks for coming in for a second, dude, whoever you were. But it is absolutely like it's not ideal time for people to come on, and I understand that. Hopefully you guys can hear me. This is my first time gaming and streaming at the same time, and so we'll see how it plays out. It might have like a massive lag, I don't know. I do like the chill vibes of the music. Got that on Epidemic Sound, if you're wondering like where the music came from. But tomorrow, very stoked for the D&D guys who that's most of my followers, like of the 2,200, I think 2,199 of y'all are for D&D stuff. Tomorrow morning for me and Saturday night for you guys, so later today for you guys, I'm having Kelsey Dion on our stream. Harmony Ginger, myself, Night Danger, and Dundermoose is coming back after his Lent hiatus, and we're going to be interviewing Kelsey Dion of Arcane Library, the lady who did Shadow Dark. And so that's really cool. She's been so nice, been so cool to join us, and so we're really happy to have her on the on the panel. She's going to talk about Shadow Dark. She's going to tell us about like what it's like, having a Kickstarter that's over $2 million. But yeah, no, we're super happy to have her on, and she's been nothing but nice. Like, she said she's really interested in learning about Bronsteins, and I ran a Bronstein using her system, and so I've got a lot to say about it. I think it's a really fun system for doing Bronsteins. If you guys don't know, Bronsteins are PvP based D&D adventures. So usually it depends on the style of Bronstein you're going. So like there's two primary styles. One is you do a one-night event, and everybody takes control of a faction leader, and these faction leaders are going to have different goals that are opposing all the other players. Oh, hey, there's Jack. Dude, what's up, man? Very cool. Dude, I forgot that you wake up early. Yeah, dude, welcome to the stream. Bro, I'm goofing off. I didn't think anybody would be coming online because it's like so early where you guys are. But yeah, glad to see you too, buddy. You know what's really funny about Animal Crossing? Whenever you're trying to do pathing, the villagers will always come up and get in the way. They love to just stand in the way. So you gotta like push them, and it makes them really mad. But it's like, bro, I'm trying to do work here. So yeah, one type of Bronstein is the yeah. Bro, I got up at 4:30 this morning. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Can't sleep. But the one type of Bronstein is like that one-time event, right? And for like 4 to 5 hours, everybody's going at it, like chasing their goals, sometimes, killing each other through PvP stuff. And then there's the more like always-on Bronstein, which is like the total non-stop Bronstein, which is more connected to the Bro SR style. Like we really want to, I think, transform a lot of our campaigns into, like forever PvP. So like if you've been adventuring with a group, like your paladin has been adventuring with this, lawful neutral fighter. Sometimes you guys have been bumping into each other's like conflicting with, your goals. And so as you build your domain, that animosity can build, and you guys are going to be competing for resources. I think that there's something really to it, but what happens is usually the combat escalates too quickly to see it happen at the domain, like the high domain level. Usually like the combat is resolved pretty early on, and people die in like single combat. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I prefer more like the one night events, but yeah, we'll see how it goes with this Dragon Slayer campaign that I'm going with right now. How did that Gobstein go, man? Tell me about that. I've got enough of this pathing down. I think I can start dropping mushrooms, and just so we can get like a visualization of what it's gonna be like. Yeah, I've got a pretty good pathing thing going on. All right, I'm gonna grab my my locker here because it keeps all of your items. And I'm just going to drop it right next to it, and we're just going to like put a bunch of things on the ground and see how it looks. All right, so what we need is an item storage locker. Oh, you know where that is? I think it's at my shop, actually. Gobstein was rough. Yeah, okay, so I mean, I think that lends itself again to like what I was saying with the always on Bronstein stuff. It can be really challenging, and like you want to see it play out on like a larger scale, but I just don't know. Like it plays, like Bronstein plays so well in one night, but for like long term, how can you make it work without the players just killing each other? And there's all these ideas like, well, what if you just less about PvP, more about like just conflicting goals, some challenges, but oh. Yeah, it's not fun to see like your players getting upset and getting butthurt. Can you elaborate a little bit about that? I mean, like, not to like, we're not trying to like badmouth anybody in the game, but like I think it's important to take lessons away from what we can. I'm really curious about like what happened and why they don't feel like they could keep going afterwards. Okay, I'm just gonna set my locker down here, and now we can get into this thing and start like dropping stuff. I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. Let's push this. Okay, push this over to the side. Hey, what's up, dude? What's up, Mo? Dude, Jack, Mo is awesome. He has been on my channel, like, supporting me for, bro, he watches my videos. I mean, like, I think for the full 2 years I've been doing this, he's been, backing me up. Like, Mo is awesome. Did you hear, man? We're doing like a stream with Kelsey Dion tomorrow. Well, I think it's Saturday night for you guys. It's tomorrow morning for me. But the creator of Shadow Dark is coming on to random tables, and so yeah, I'm surprised you guys are up at this hour, bro. Honestly, like I thought I was just gonna be streaming to nothingness. Yeah, but Jack was just running a Gobstein, so he did that for charity. He raised a bunch of money for St. Jude's, which is just absolutely awesome. Sorry guys, I'm looking at like all the different cameras I have set up. I forgot which one I was using. I'm using this one. I am looking at you guys. Sorry, but let's get out some of these mushrooms for this pathing and let's see what we can do. So I also have a bunch of patterns I can make things, but let's just get some stuff out to see what it's going to look like. Yeah, so Animal Crossing themed island. That's kind of what we're going for. A D&D Animal Crossing themed island. All right, now I got to find all my mushroom stuff. Okay, so I have like this kind of stuff, this decaying tree. I think that could be kind of cool, but I want more mushroom and plant-based things. So this mushroom parasol is definitely coming. And it's an enchanted forest, so this giant vine should be there too. Yeah, Jack. So if you don't mind sharing, man, like whenever it says you need to switch your laptop, easier to type. Okay, yeah. If you don't mind, I'm really curious, like what happened with the Bronstein, because okay, so my players for me, like they do kind of bicker a little bit, and I think that like there might be a little bit of feelings getting hurt, but at the end they're all kind of laughing about it, and they just kind of move past the drama. I'm kind of curious, like. Yeah, what was going on with your table? Because I mean, it was for charity. Like, how upset can you really get? I've got these glowing moss things. These fit really well in the Enchanted Forest theme. And I've got this mossy garden stone. Let's bring that too. Is there like a latency issue? Are you guys seeing my mouth move with the audio? That's something I'm really curious about because when I was testing it, it was not working. So. What else are we looking for? We're looking for the mushroom stuff, but I don't know. I mean, I've got so much stuff. Oh yeah, and all of the gnomes are coming. They're gonna live in this enchanted forest. Let's just grab a couple of them, and we'll place them amongst the trees as well. I bought a bunch of these tabards for everybody in my town. Hey, buddy, he's back. Yeah, these cavalier shirts. Every animal is going to be equipped with one of these, so they kind of look like little knights running around my town. I think that fits with the D&D theme. Man, I had a bunch of moss and mushroom stuff. Was it only the patterns? Did I only have the patterns? That might be it. I only have the patterns. Let's see. Yeah, so give me the tea, bro. What happened with the drama? Because like when people like, okay, so one time I had this guy who was running my Assassin's Guild, he got he got assassinated, and he was furious about it because a bunch of the other faction leaders, the evil faction leaders, were they just wanted to take him out, and so they just invaded his town and destroyed everybody inside, killing everybody, and he was so mad about that, and he quit the game. But that's really, I think, the only rage quit we had. Oh, there it is. No, that's not it. Where's my mushroom stuff? Here we go. All right, so we'll put a couple of these down. Some of this. So I just need all my mushrooms. I need some tree branches, some clay, and a log stool. I don't even know if I have any log stools, but I want all of these. So let's just make one of each of these things, and then I don't want the umbrella. Yeah, maybe I'll put the umbrella down on the ground. I don't know. Yeah, 8 players, right? And so they had to buy in and donate some money to charity to play. Oh, yeah, here's all the mushrooms I collected. I don't think I need any elegant mushrooms. I'll grab them anyway. Man, I'm so unprepared for this. I need a bunch of stuff. Like, I need to craft a bunch of things. I should have done that in between sessions so that way like you guys aren't watching me craft. That's not even interesting at all. I still don't know the layout of my town. I'm lost. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it says it would be nice to it would be nice to see an actual play of your Bronstein someday, or at least a mockumentary. Okay, yeah. I mean, it is really fun to to play one out. I don't know how much it would feel like how fun it would be to like make a video talking about it because I tried and a lot of people weren't really that interested and they didn't really click on the video and I don't want to make my videos based upon what people are clicking on. I want to be able to make the videos that I like, but also like I don't want to bore people. So let me think on that. A mockumentary, I like that. All right, we're gonna drop this workbench right here. Oh, we need clay and we need sticks. So I got a bunch of the materials. Here, I've been playing this game for years. I got tons of clay, tons of sticks. I've been saving up all kinds of stuff. We'll just grab a bunch of those. Get down here, get some of these, get some clay. All right, we're gonna craft some stuff and then drop it down to see what it looks like. The unfinale live stream went on Patty's Rumble stream to talk about it. Another player was there. You conspired with the player on the show with me to have a dramatic reveal. But I mean, how did that like really? People got upset because they weren't a part of the conversation. I mean, that's the thing about Bronstein, man. Like, you really don't know like what's going on when you're not in the room. People are talking about you. You just have to assume that they are. All right, let's make this mushroom stool. We're gonna drop this one down. Craft that bad boy up. Oh, also, let's see like if there's a way to like change the way it looks through the customization. All right, let's see what they think. Okay. Oh, that's really cool looking. I'm gonna go with this one for now. How's the music sound? How's the audio? This is really a test stream more than anything. I do plan on streaming, I think, at more reasonable hours for people in the coming weeks. But this one was just kind of like I can kind of go at it by myself, see what's happening, and then if people like it, they can watch if they happen to be awake at the time. Another player was listening to the. Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, he overheard. He heard some shit he didn't want to hear. Dude, yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm gonna drop some. Oh, I don't want to drop it. I want to place it. Oh, okay, yeah. So we got a little mushroom thing here. I've got a bunch of gear here we can just drop on the ground. I want to have these little gnomes everywhere, and I kind of want to like tuck them away, like to make it look like they live in this little town. I think that's kind of cool. I got a bunch of stuff we can drop. What is this? Let's see what this looks like on the ground. Oh yeah, dude. So yeah, we build a path from here to here, just all mushroom. Maybe we even wind around a little bit, coming up and down, and then we'll have it like lead over to, yeah, maybe have it like wind down here and leave it lead to the path to the castle. And so we're just gonna drop a bunch of stuff down then, just to like see what it looks like. A giant vine. Let's place this down. We can move this stuff later. We will move this stuff later. Oh yeah, see, all this stuff looks really cool for an enchanted forest. I think that looks really good. I'm still not sure about the pathing though. Yeah, I turned off the audio for the sound because I don't have like the connector I need yet. It's in the mail. The game's audio will come through. I wonder, can you hear any background music from my computer? I don't I don't really like this ragtime thing going on. Let's try a different song. Oh, I made the first step. Well, okay, so that's a good question. Mo asked if Kelsey Dion contacted me or did I make the first step. Um, so she has been liking my Shadow Dark videos and my Shadow Dark like she reads my blogs, especially after the Bronstein. And so I noticed that she was liking my stuff and she followed me on Twitter. And so I took advantage of that. And then I reached out after she made $1 million in one day. It was the day of her Kickstarter. And I was like, hey, look, I know you're super busy, but would you like to come on stream with me and Harmony? And Dunder Moose is going to be there. And our buddy Night Danger, who likes mystery games. And I didn't hear back for a day. And she actually posts on Twitter in her comment section, like, I don't check my Twitter messages, hit me up on email, but I sent it on there without even reading that. And then the next day she hit me up and she was like, hey, sorry I didn't get back to you right away. I'm super busy. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, you just had $1 million Kickstarter. She's like, I would love to come on your show. That sounds super fun. And she's just been like, so nice. She's just been so freaking nice about everything, like just wanting to like have conversations and learn and ask questions. I think that's really cool. And you know what's really cool about these little mushrooms is you can just grab one of them and then throw that down on the ground, just drop it, see what it looks like. Yeah, and it adds to the pathing. So I think that's cool. We're gonna do all kinds of cool stuff here, but I'm just gonna lay out a bunch of these things so we have like some sort of visualization in the background what this is going to look like eventually. Yeah, it's just going to be a big mushroom forest, and I'm going to put trees in here too, and that way we can like have a real forest looking thing. All right, I don't want too many of these gnomes in one spot, but I do want to have something just so it's like, okay, this is what we're looking at, this is what we're dealing with. How does this look? This is the best angle? Yeah, probably. Yeah, she is. She's like super nice, and like she takes time for people, and I think that's really cool because like obviously like Harmony Ginger is really famous, and it makes sense that you know she and Harmony would get along really well, but like the fact that she reached out, like responded to me, and was like so willing to give up her time to come chat. I think that's just like a really based cool thing to do. And so yeah, she's got my support. I'm gonna give her money until she stops making stuff. If you can make time for people, little minnows in the pond, then yeah, she's definitely got I've got her back for sure. It's fortuitous. I was just sitting down to do some solo play myself and checked YouTube for a show to play in the background. Awesome. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, Mo, I think it's important that. So I like the old school style, but the games that I play are the newer games. So I'm playing Dragon Slayer right now. That came out last year. That's Greg Gillespie's game. He and I have been chatting as well, actually. Um, yeah, well, Jack, I, I think it's just good to keep a level, like a realistic understanding of where I am. I am little, I am a little fish, but we've been building this community for over a year now, and I absolutely just enjoy it so much. This has been such a fun hobby for me, like getting to know you guys and meeting everybody. Yeah. But what was I saying? I don't even know. I'm too busy. Like I'm gaming, I'm chatting with you guys, and I'm hearing this music in the back. It's distracting. Oh right. So I have been chatting with Greg Gillespie too. He messaged me. He reached out to me, and he was saying he's gonna have a sabbatical from his teaching job for a while. He was saying like a year and a half or something, so he can finish some of his own personal goals. And he was like, I really want to do this solo play thing. I've been watching your videos. I think that's really fun. And he asked me like how do I do my setup, like what kind of tech do I use. And so I walked him through it. I made some suggestions on like what he could buy. And yeah, so he's probably going to be doing a solo play series, which is incredible. Yeah, the new game versus old. So yeah, and then the other game I'm playing is Shadow Dark. So I like the old style, but I'm actually playing new games. I know pathing isn't the most interesting thing in the world, but hey, George, what's up, man? I don't know if I recognize your name, but welcome to the stream. We're making a D&D themed Animal Crossing island, and I am really bad at pathing. I'm always pathing the squares I'm not trying to hit, but whatever. Now that I'm looking at it, I think this pathing actually does kind of work. Because like, if you look over here by the robot, he's sitting down on the mushroom stool. This is some of the stuff that's going to be out right in this forest, and it kind of does match the theme. I could maybe change this to a brown color, and this one as well to like a browner color. But I think it does kind of work actually. And so yeah, we're gonna put the main walking path this way, and it's going to cut south right about here and lead into the castle path. And then that should be pretty good. Needs more gnomes. I have a bunch of gnomes. Yeah, I have like 6 or 7 gnomes, and I'll spread them out. Yeah, you're right. It does need more gnomes. More gnomes, please. Let's see. Let's keep crafting some stuff because there's more I can build. Okay, what is this? Let's see about building this thing. It says a partition. Let's see what that looks like whenever when it's all said and done. And let's also craft let's craft this thing. Need some clay. I don't want green though. That feels weird. Whatever. We'll see what it looks like. I can always change it with the customization thing. All right, let's drop those down and also see how it looks. Dude, this robot is literally just sleeping down on this mushroom stool. I love this game. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Okay, so Georgia is playing Dungeon Crawl. Is it Dungeon Crawl Classics, or is it just a dungeon crawling game? Like, what system are you using? Yeah, I'm glad that I could inspire you, man. Like it's such a fun game. Like just getting like whenever you can't play with your homies, just get some gaming in by yourself, roll some dice. Oh, this looks great. This is awesome. I could like drop something like right here. Dude, oh, awesome. Yeah, I haven't built any of these things that I have. Like, I just kind of like sat on them for forever. Let's see what this mushroom lamp looks like. Oh, it looks so good when you turn it off. Yeah, I wanted to use Dragon Slayer for the Barrow Maze because that's the system that Greg made for that he made for like all of his mega dungeons. But I voted, I put the poll out for the group on the channel, and everybody's like, no, stick with OSE. We want to see the OSE thing. So yeah, we're sticking with OSE. Okay, so I'm definitely visualizing the mushroom theme, but we have so much pathing to do that we're not really going to get a bunch of stuff put out. So here's what I'm thinking. We've got most of the pathing done. Let's keep filling out this little line right here. And then we're going to use this kind of pathing in the middle to make it look like a road. But until we get there, let's keep filling in this line and we'll see how it goes. Honestly, I think I think Dundermoose is the most behaved of all of us, to be honest with you. Like he's a bit of a goofball, but he is such a genuinely kind person. Man, I'm so glad he's back. He was on a long hiatus for Lent. He gave up most of tech, and so it's good to we've been kind of chatting a little bit for the past 2 days since he came back. And yeah, it's really good to have him back. He brings the best vibes. I think he's the spirit of our stream. What's Akaton? I don't know that game. Zero E inspired rules light game. Okay. All right. So maybe, George, you can help me. Okay. So I'm a huge 1E guy. I love 1E. But I don't really like the dungeon generator. The lines go diagonally and they hook too much. I like of all of them, of all the dungeon generators I've used, the one I like the most, man, is the 5E Dungeon Masters like random dungeon generator. It's like there are some things you need to remove because it's 5th edition specific, like some of the random traps and stuff, but the room shapes are very easy to draw with graph paper. And I've got a bunch of tools. Well, I'm not going to dig it out, it'll make a lot of noise, but I've got a bunch of tools for like creating circles on grid paper and things like that. And I just like the organized look of the 5e one. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hit the like button, guys. I really appreciate you joining me. Really, like I didn't think anybody would want to watch a stream this early in the morning. So yeah, thanks for joining for sure. I'm not gonna put anything right here because I know for sure the path is gonna cut down here. So let's start filling in that. Do I want pathing right here? Yeah, I do. I want some more mushroom pathing right here. So yeah, I hope you guys can join us for the stream tonight, your time. I think, Kelsey, she is a fountain of knowledge, and she gives it freely. She shares it, and I think that's really cool of her to join in. Yeah, well, Jack, like I'm always willing to chat on Twitter, and like that's something like I actually chat with you on Twitter more like through direct messages than I do with anybody else. So like most of the time I'll be in like a group chat with like 20 or 30 people, or I'll just message directly on like somebody's comments or post. But with you, I actually chat in the DM, so I kind of like that. Yeah. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, no, I haven't heard anything about your wife. I feel like I talk about Roxy a lot. She's my favorite person, so I always talk about her. Yeah. Tunnels and Trolls. That's a system I've never looked at. Don't know anything about it. One system I really liked was the Zero E clone white box by the Basic Expert. He used the 1E dungeon generator, and that's the only critique I have. Is I was like, I just don't like all like the weird tunnels and like offshoots and diagonals. Yeah, I just want to be able to take a ruler and like make a nice even line, not cut through squares. So yeah, Not realistic, I guess, but it's just what I prefer. All right, I'm moving this thing out of the way. We got to get this out of the way because maybe we go north with it because we're gonna put the main road down. I don't have anything on my island to show you guys at the moment. Like, I've got this little farm area I made for my NPC farmer who's gonna have, like, I don't know, like he's like, the idea is he's the quest giver, right? And then your wife is your favorite. Yeah. Well, that makes a lot of sense. But I want to hear about her, like how long have y'all been married? My wife and I have been married for just over 2 years, but we've been together for 5. Yeah. So I built a little waterfall here by the farm. I put all of my flowers here. This is not permanent. This is just until I can find a permanent spot for them. I'll dig them up one at a time and place them. Yeah, that's just a bunch of flowers. But I made a little path here that leads to my town. All of my villagers are on the beach right now. I'll eventually move the villagers to their locations once I know what the terraforming is going to look like, because I do need to terraform some stuff. But I want to keep my my robot squid right here, but I don't want to keep this stuff here. I don't know what this stuff. I just put a bunch of things here. I don't know what it's going to be eventually, but so the path, it leads up to my town square, and here's my museum. I got a little shop area here. I need to fill out all of this stuff because it's just empty. I put my shops right next to each other. I have this cannon here. I want to get a few of these cannons. They're so tight. I love them. I got the spiky, fencing because I want it to be like a hostile environment. And then, like, it's mostly empty. I don't have anything else. Like, everything is just blank. I tore all of it down. I left this trash here so that way I could catch a fly. Velma. So that will be your own D&D VTT. Not as expensive as theirs. So 27 years. So you guys met at a Halloween party? Is that what happened? Give me the tea, bro. Mo, I never asked about your personal life either, bro. If you don't want to share, I understand. It's, online. It's online, but if you do want to share, I'm here to listen. I sometimes wonder how good of an idea is it that I tell everybody about my life, but I don't really have anything to hide. I sometimes do say offensive things on Twitter, and it might make people mad because I'm a conservative, but it's never like gonna, it's not gonna ruin my career or anything. So I don't really have anything to hide. I put a bunch of trees over here, and I'll slowly I'll transport them into the different zones as we go. The pink leaves don't really match the themes. Yeah, that's okay, Mo. I understand, bro. Oh, okay. You got the Wiccan thing going on. So you chose Halloween to get married. Oh, good theme. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that's probably a really fun holiday for you then. So you must have met through like a group thing then, huh? Right? Oh, I also have my campground up here, but I haven't done anything with it either. I put like a little tent over here and I have a little fire, but eventually I'm gonna drop like more camping gear here, but it's all gonna be Dungeons and Dragon themed stuff. I'm gonna chop this down because that's money and I want that. Hey man. Oh, did you just join the... Oh, dude, he became a channel member. Guys, so welcome to the club. Mo and Jack are channel members as well. My ear trumpet has been struck by lightning. Dude, I've seen you all over the place. I followed you on X not too long ago. Welcome, bro. Welcome, for sure. Thank you. Yeah, so, we're just building a Dungeons and Dragons themed island. And I'm chopping down trees everywhere. I could actually keep the stump here. I think that looks pretty damn good, actually. Oh, and I got this wood. Yeah, so there's this tree that I'm going to put everywhere. And, well, yeah, man. I mean, thanks for joining. We're just kind of hanging out. Mo says, by the way, do you use that setup with your school children? What setup are you referring to? Was it something we were talking about before? I forgot. What setup? So, yeah, there's this tree that I want to show you guys. I'm going to put these all over the place. Where are they? I don't even know. It's called the decaying tree or the dead tree or something. Bro, it looks so cool. It kind of gives it like a haunted theme. Oh, Animal Crossing? Do I do this with the kids? I actually have shown them Animal Crossing before, and I used it to like teach them vocabulary words, but their parents, they don't mind tech in the classroom, but they don't want the kids looking at screens for too long. So we do have classroom iPads that we teach them little games and coding, like coding games. And I have shown them like tech, like the Switch. I showed them my Stardew Valley game, so I could teach them about farming words and things like that. But yeah, very limited. This is oh yeah, no, no, not right now. Yeah, insults and beatings, the Broistar teaching method. Yeah, well, yeah, I love the bros. Like they're all really great guys, but I do wish that we had like a better image, you know, just because I prefer making friends. Like telling people they're playing D&D wrong is kind of funny, but like, yeah, I prefer making friends. Hey, here's another money tree. I must have been at it one day. I just forgot to check. Yeah, they are abrasive for sure, and especially like the leadership. They're not afraid to tell people that they don't know how to play D&D. And I'm like, who cares? Honestly, like if everybody in the world played like a boring game of Dungeons and Dragons, I don't care. Like you don't have to take my advice. I'm going to share it with you, but like we're the approachable ones. Maybe. I want to be approachable. I think that there's a lot of there's a lot of good that can come from being approachable because then people are more inclined to listen to the message, but the things that they say when you're nice aren't any better than if you're mean because like I still have people in my comment section telling me that I don't understand one-to-one time, that I'm using it wrong, or nobody played that way, or we always played that way. I don't know what you're talking about. Like that was never a lost principle. And I'm just like, I get why they're so rude because being nice, like engaging with people in with like open terms doesn't really work out either. So I don't know. I just ignore it. Like I'll delete the yeah, be the change. Yeah, you want to see? I just if like somebody's rude to me in the comment section, I just delete it. Like cuz I don't care. It's like I don't need to like sit there and ponder over, like what did I do to deserve this cuz it I didn't do anything to deserve it. People are just going to be rude. And if they don't want to play a good game, then fine, play a boring game. I'm not going to play in your game. Well, maybe. I don't know. Like, have we been wrong about something? That's a good. I don't know. I mean, I like the way they play, so that's why I align myself with them. I never play one to one myself, but I understand the concept. Honestly, dude, like every time I try to play a game without one to one time, I get bored, and the game usually dies very soon after. The ever rolling clock keeps things interesting. It gives the bad guys time to respond to the players. It gives the players time to make their own goals. Like I always use the example of like, well, a magic user needs to be able to train his new spells. It's in the book. It says it takes a number of hours based upon your level. Like, where does that time come from if you're freezing time in the dungeon every day? So yeah, I love the momentum that it gives. So yeah, I'm hoping to open up a channel of communication with Kelsey, but the bros are not happy. They are not on board with me talking to her and sharing the ideas. Um, no, they're very hostile to it. In fact, in the back channels, like they are not cool with it. But it's not their choice to make, and like at a certain point, they have to understand that like I'm just as much of a bro as they are. So now what I'm doing is I'm making like a real path, and this will be off the beaten path, and there's gonna be trees and everything here, and then we're gonna have the main path running from the farm down here to the castle. Crabs in a bucket. Well, I mean, yeah, it's less about defying it because they haven't told me that I can't do it. They just make fun of me for it, and like that's the nature of our relationship. The guys, like, we all just goof off and like are mean to each other, and so like they haven't let up. But yeah, I'm gonna do that anyway. I'm gonna do what I want. Yeah, and you said it makes, in my experience, it makes easier to roleplay your character. Well, yeah, and what's really important is the training and the grading. That's something I can't give up from 1E. I'll put that into every game I play, and so if you're using training and grading, then there has to be some level of accountability there because people are going to get different grades, right? I need a fruit because I need to break this rock. And so, like, if you have a cleric that played really well, and it's pretty easy to level up a cleric, 1500 XP for level 2, right? But the fighter, he's pretty far behind and he doesn't roleplay well. There should be some kind of consequence for that, right? And that comes through training costs and the amount of time it takes to play. So if you're not using one-to-one time, you say, okay, well, it took you 1 week to train and it took you 3 weeks to train. It's been 4 weeks. Everybody can play now. And it's only been like a couple days in session, or since the last session. It's like, well, what about, like, what is it, like, what can happen for that player who did a good job during that time? Like, because he's now he's like trying to like play catch up, like, okay, well, maybe for those past few weeks this is what I did, but then there's no time to resolve it, right? So I don't know, I think that like using freeze time is just, it's a death knell for the game. I played that way for, I think, 9 or 10 years before I heard about the bros. So all right, so we're gonna eat this coconut here, and what it's going to do is it's going to give us like super strength, and we can hit the rock here with our shovel, and it'll break the rock and get it out of our path because we don't want it to be here. And so that's what we're about to do right now. Boom, get out of the way. And now we can go back to our pathing here. Okay, that's how the bros are being wrong, right? Yeah. I mean, honestly, they were around before me, and their purpose is different than mine. They want a boys club, right? Like, that's what they want. That's the whole point of everything that they've done, is to build a community where men can play games and not have to, concede on anything that they don't want to concede on. And I started just making YouTube videos because I saw John Mollison's YouTube channel, and he was making solo plays, and I thought that was really inspiring, and so I started making them using one-to-one time. We're gonna curve the path here, I think. Is this the one I want? How will this look if I do this? Yeah, it's gonna curve down, and so our goals aren't always aligned, even though I agree with them on principle. And they don't want girls involved. No girls allowed. Bros make fun of me? No way. Impossible. Not this guy. Certainly not. Oh, see, I didn't even line it up right. We want it right here instead. And we're going to need that corner again. Says, I have a question. I had the first time that a couple PC got to max level, but they were accompanied by lesser level PCs. Yeah. So the question is, how do you split the XP? What do you do? Ooh, that's a good question. So splitting XP is based upon, do they still get a share? Yes. I've never had max level PCs engaging in adventures at that point, like trying to gather XP. I usually just have them passively gaining it. So here's what I would do. A player character would get 2 shares of the XP. Man at Arms would get 1 share. And I would tally up all the shares and then divide by that number. And that's how, and then double that amount for the PCs. And the single number is what the Men at Arms get. For the gold that goes to the max level guys, the XP just disappears. I would still divide up the monster kill XP. It goes to the player, but they just don't receive anymore. I mean, I don't know if that helps, but yeah. So I hope that helps, buddy. Oh, bumping the screen here. Oh my gosh. Let's not do that. So I need to get a third TV, because right now I'm just using a projector to put this up in my room, because my really good TV is in my living room and then my backup TV is in my bedroom. So this is my YouTube studio. So I need another TV so I can stream. And I'm just like trying to justify that purchase with Roxy. She's like, yeah, I don't know, man. If I remember correctly, in 1E, the mechanism recommended that each PC got a share equal to their level, half for henchmen and hirelings. So a first level gets 1 share, a fifth level gets 5. Okay, yeah, that's solid. I think, yeah, I mean, if that's what the book says, I would do what the book says. Depends on the system you're using too, but yeah, I would definitely go with that if that's what. I've read those books, but do I remember everything? No way, bro. I do not remember. Let's see. We're going to come back over here, fill in some more pathing. Yeah, wherever you're standing, if you're doing like outside work in this game, all the animals just come and they walk to get in your way. Like this tiger will be over here in my path in about 5 minutes. It was in Barrow Maze. I don't go into detail since you're playing there, but things that you can speed up the process. Ah, okay. Yeah, so you made a comment in one of the Barrow Maze solo play episodes about how I missed like a secret door and I need a better mechanic for that, because there's like actual story stuff tied behind those secret doors sometimes. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that because like there's a lot of things that like in my solo plays I've tried 2 different versions where like one is I just randomize the dungeon as I'm going through it. There's no story, but like, we come away with treasure and that's fun. And sometimes the dice rolls make a story. And then I've done the opposite, which is like I play a pre-made module and I start working through that. And both are really fun. I like the modules more because the writers are more creative than I am. And so, yeah, what do you think I should do, man? Like, because if I'm gonna be like, I don't know, gimping myself without having the answers or like being unlocked the secrets, like, what's a good workaround for that? Okay, here I need a different kind of pathing. So let's get this out of the way because it's making my ADD kind of. I can't have that imbalance in the game. I thought for sure some of the bros would log in and be like, "Oh, you're such a nerd for playing Animal Crossing." But then I told them about it, and they're like, "Oh, dude, Animal Crossing's awesome." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Glad you agree." Let's see. That's not the one I want. Really, I don't think the angle is gonna work here for this kind of corner. So I should just go with this one. Skip a square. And then we'll come back to that later. Yeah. So, Jack, what system are you using for your solo play? You're still playing right now, right? What system are you using, my man? Yep. See, I told you that tiger was gonna get in my way, and now I'm talking to him on accident. Well, this Animal Crossing is a Nintendo Switch game, and I don't know if you know about the Nintendo drama right now. My ear trumpet is struck by lightning. I'm just gonna call you ear trumpet. I don't know if you know about the drama, bro, but Nintendo is like, man, they piss me off, dude. Like, it's ridiculous what they're charging for this Nintendo Switch 2. Not cool. D&D 24. You bought the new books. There are safeguards like rumors and rune tablets and other things where the book says you can give the GM ways to tell. Okay, so just use like some of the tools in the book and then just kind of go with it. So I'm kind of like I've read some of Barrow Maze, but I'm just kind of reading it as I go. I know generally like I know the beginning of the book breaks down like there's different factions and stuff, so I know how to role play them if when we encounter them. Right now, it's just been a bunch of undead, but as far as like story stuff, I think it's all just kind of hidden in the rooms. So as I come to the room, I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get there, and then maybe just if it's like really important, I'll just be like, okay, we find it. Oh, but I think this path looked great. Oh, not if I do that. See, I'm really bad at pathing. Let's go back and fix it. Yeah, I like this. It's going to look really cool once it's all said and done. Just be careful not to like mess up the pathing that I've already done. Okay, so yeah, you're kind of giving it a shot. I just can't give them any more money, dude. They just they make such weird choices. It feels like they hate their players. I don't know. I loved 5e. I played it for forever, dude. And then like campaign like all the campaigns started getting so weird. They were including stuff I was just like, why is this in a D&D game, you know? Yeah, I am curious how does it play? Like does it feel very different from the 2014 books? That is an excellent question, George. 3 core books for every edition. I mean, yeah, if you're a collector, it makes a lot of sense. All right, and then I think the path is going to curve here. Yeah, and then it's just going to lead like right up to the gate. Okay, cool. I mean, hey, man, like if you don't mind, I'll take it whenever you're ready. Cause um, to be honest, like any help I can get making this like a more enjoyable experience for the viewers, that's cool. Cause like the Barrow Maze one, honestly, I'm doing that more for like entertainment value rather than like educational value. I think people, the people that watch it, the hundreds of people that watch it, they enjoy the story. And so they're just kind of like into that. But my channel kind of got started by like being more of educational, like here's how you roll up a room, here's how you populate it with monsters. And so I wonder like, you know, is this more of like a vanity project for me to keep up with the Barrow Maze stuff, or do people, like is it really helpful for people? I don't know. But as the longer I'm doing YouTube, the reasons that I'm doing YouTube are changing, and so I started off just being like, well, no one's ever going to watch this. It's just a way to record my game and have something whenever I'm dead to be like, hey, look, like my kids could see it. Be like, oh, look, there's my dad talking on the camera. But then like people started following me, and now and then they were like, hey, can you help me with this problem and this problem? And so my channel kind of changed gears into being about educational and answering the problems that DMs were facing in like generating and creating dungeons. And then it started and then I got on Twitter and started hanging out with the Bro SR guys, and then it started shifting to be more like a vanity project. And yeah, I mean, like, that's just me being honest with you guys, because, like, you've been with me for this whole time. Like, a lot of you guys have been channel members for a really long time. And so, hey, dude, thanks for giving out. Hey, man, that's really cool. Thanks, Ear Trumpet. I really appreciate that, man. Like, that's cool. Yeah, awesome. So, one thing that I wanted to do, since you guys are all channel members, like, we can talk about this. Like, I don't really know, like, what is a good option for the channel member stuff. Do you guys want to like do you want to have like a game just us, like, because I can run an online game. We can do Dragon Slayer. I've been wanting to test it out, and if you guys want to do that, we could, because I want like you guys to have something for your membership, not just like chatting with me. I'll always respond to your messages on Twitter or whatever. Like that's on the table. But like, if you guys want to have like a game, just like the channel member game, like that would be super fun. I would love to run that. Really cool, dude, to share like that. That's a very nice thing to do. Yeah. So yeah, message me. Let me know. Like, leave the comment. Like, let me know, because we can set something up just for you guys, because you've been with me for this whole time, and I want you to have something. Ooh, is something coming? Oh no, the sun is setting on my island because it's nighttime where I am. Let's see. This looks pretty good, and then we wrap this around. Let's go down one more here. And then we'll curve the path around with one of these like angles like this. And then we run the straight south facing vine one. Cool. I turned on those channel membership things and the stickers and stuff, because whenever I had 500 subs, it was like a way that like YouTube was like, hey, you should celebrate this thing. And I never really gave it any thought. Like, people are gonna maybe give you money someday, and like there should be some kind of offer for you guys. So like, if you want to play a game, like if you want to learn how to play Shadow Dark, I'll DM Shadow Dark for you guys. We can do first edition. We can do Dragon Slayer. Or like maybe you have another idea, something else that would be cool. Like I'm open to whatever. Especially for you guys, for sure. Like there's definitely like a name recognition. It's like guys who have been coming to the channel for a long time, for like over a year, and I appreciate every time you guys do. And every time you leave a comment or like a like on my videos, or you share my stuff on Twitter, like that just means the world to me, man. It's so cool. This is not a full-time thing. This is not my job, but it makes me feel passionate about it. It's my favorite thing, like the best hobby I've ever had. So I'd like to play in your game. Random idea: start a members only West Marches Shadow Dark campaign. Set your time, and whoever can show up shows up. Time is an issue at the moment. What style do you imagine? It would be a West Marches 1-to-1 game for sure. Do I have member only shows and streams? I don't, but that's a really good idea. Like, I think members only streams makes a lot of sense. And then I could do videos for you guys early and then release them for the general public later. That could work too. That's a really good idea. Yeah, just because we're all awake right now. Actually, I don't even know what time is it for you guys now. If you're on the East Coast, it's like 5 a.m. That's assuming you're all in the U.S. You might not be in the U.S. I know Mo, he's all over the place, so He is not based in America. Isn't that right, bub? Okay, I could take this northern path right here, start filling that in. Yeah, okay, cool. You're Eastern time, so it's about 6 a.m. Okay. Queensland, Australia. I have a bunch of Australian friends. Lots of Australian people uh, live in China with me. Yeah, he's in Germany. I knew that. Um, yeah, lots of bogans. Some of my best friends are Aussies, man, and they're a mess. I freaking love those guys. Just want a succulent Chinese dinner. That guy. Hey, Blade, what's up, man? CD Blade. Now, CD Blade, do I know you? I don't think so. Hey, man, welcome to the stream. I'm playing Animal Crossing, talking to my homies. So, very glad to meet you. If you have commented before, sorry, bub. Yeah. Okay, yeah. What do you guys think about this path? This is legit, right? And then I curve it right here to just kind of make it face plant into the stairs. Let's see what this looks like. Yep, that's it. That's the one. The only thing is, like, the game is really fun and it's addicting, but, like, the mechanics of it are very, very clunky. Like, it's just, you have to reselect and select, and then, Are you, I'm digging it. You digging the game? Oh, you've been lurking in the channel for a while? Hey, man, well, thanks. Honestly, thank you for coming in, like, hanging out. Like, it's really cool. Any time you watch the solo plays, I really appreciate that. I know that it's not for everybody. It's kind of just like listening to my voice and every once in a while, like hearing the rattle of dice, but it can be like good background, static. And so I appreciate you guys coming in and watching those all the time. Like, really, any friends I can make online is cool, because like with China, living overseas, and my network of friends, I have about a dozen people that I can talk to on a regular basis. And so, like, reaching out to other people who are English speakers feels really good. Not all Chinese people have excellent English like my wife, so definitely limited on that. My Chinese is not very good either. And I blame myself. I blame myself. Been here for 8 years and I can only speak like basic sentences. I can communicate like I can read, I know for sure, at a first grade level. I can speak probably like a third grader. So, adults really don't want to communicate with me in Chinese. They would prefer English, and they want to practice their English. And so, and my job requires that I speak English. So it's a bunch of compounding factors that limit my Chinese growth, my Mandarin. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Roxy's like, yeah, she is just. I mean, we wouldn't have a relationship without her. Like, she's a workhorse for us. She does all of the thumbnails for the channel. Like, she makes every single thumbnail. I do the editing and the recording. She learns English, and every day she tries to get better so we can have more clear communication in our relationship. D&D 24 is fun so far. I like the inclusion of backgrounds, but still on the fence about backgrounds adjusting ability scores instead of the ancestry. Yeah, she got very nervous about those streams, dude. I told her, I was like, we should do it again. It would be so fun. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to put these gnomes, I want to tuck them away in places it's like, oh, there's a gnome there, So like if you're just running by, it's like, oh, you just happen to see it. Let's take this little guy right here, because the it's gonna be a mushroom themed forest, and these little dudes, they're always like, they're tucked away. They don't want to give away their position. Too hidden. pretty good. And then this guy, he can be like, let's get the, he can actually be on the rocks, but let's see what he looks like right here. No room to put anything here. All right, well, let's keep testing, see what we can figure out. Now, I think she had fun doing those, and I was telling her, I was like, it would be fun to get you back on, because like the tech that we were using back then was like $10 microphones and iPhones, but now like I have like real tech. Like I've invested a lot into the channel. Like I'm actually gonna do a video about like what tech I'm using, like all the different cameras and the microphones that I use, because so many people ask about that. And it'll just be like a random video. It's not going to get any clicks, but who cares about that? Because like people want to know. And so the people that want to know will watch it. And like I'll break down everything, the different lights that I use, like all my mics, the cameras, like this camera that I have, the one I set aside, this is my Sony. It's a Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. It's top of the line streaming camera, but I'm bumping into an issue whenever I'm trying to run my Nintendo and this at the same time. The audio is not linking up, and so I need to figure that out before I start using this for gaming streaming. But whenever I'm just like normally streaming or like making videos, like face videos, then this is the camera that I use. It's really very good. But my solo plays, I just use my phone. Yeah. Says, yeah, you liked it? Yeah. It's fun, dude. Yeah, it's fun having, like, your friend sitting next to you. And she's my best friend, so, like, it is really fun. Okay, well, yeah, that video's coming soon. Right now I'm working on my one-to-one time, like, I'm making a new one-to-one time video because it's been in the cultural zeitgeist, the conversation on Twitter recently. And when I made that video, it was very rambly. I was just kind of like talking at my phone and explaining how excited I was about one-to-one time. And I think I need to make a more formalized scripted video that answers more questions and is more useful to people. And that's the one I'm working on right now. But after that, I'm going to do the setup, because Greg Gillespie was asking about it like just yesterday. Somebody posted in the comment section, like, how do I do these videos? So I use Apple phones. Yeah. My Mac, the computer I'm looking at right now, it's like the newest Mac. I bought that for editing. Way overkill. Super overkill. Don't need it for editing at all. You can do all editing for YouTube stuff on like iMovie. It's like the tech for editing is so easy to use now, and a lot of it's free. Actually, Mo was one of the guys that suggested that I edit my videos, because before it was just me, like, I'd get out like a notebook and I'd be, flipping through it, and all of this is on camera, like making a bunch of rattling noises. And Mo was like, "Are you interested maybe in editing some of that stuff out?" And I was like, I'll learn how. And I did, and I'm so glad that I did, because the quality of my videos has just gone so far since then. All right, we're gonna make some creepy trees. Show some calendars or notes of your one-to-one. Yeah. So all of that now, like most of it is digital. I keep all of my notes for my games that I'm playing and the solo plays on my blog. And so that way the date's there, the campaign day is there, and the downtime is included at the bottom, where I give grades to each of the players and how much gold and XP they got. I also put their downtime too. And so I'm actually not using calendars anymore, like paper calendars anymore, which I used to. Now it's all digital on the blog. So let's see. We're going to build these trees. These trees are so cool, bro. But they can't be the dominant tree here. They have to be like just a couple of trees like spread out. What am I doing? I'm looking for the hardwood. What did I